Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Samuel, and today we are doing another video, man. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about since it's getting really close to Valentine's Day, and it really matters when you're watching the video. Valentine's Day might have passed, or maybe it's coming up. I I don't even know when I'm going to drop this. It's probably going to drop like I don't know Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. I don't even know. It's probably been like about 2 or 3 weeks since I last posted on. Been about 2 weeks since I posted on this channel. I think so. About 3 weeks. Yeah. Let me check. About a week, bruh. It's been about a week. What? I don't get it. I think, yeah, I did post at like the end of the month, but like, come on, like, I want to talk about this. So, yeah, so basically, I'm going to be talking about kind of like multiple different things, like Valentine's Day, dating, what to know from like advice about dating, which ain't gonna be really that much. So I'm just gonna be talking about like stuff like that. So I'm gonna kind of talk about like this first part is gonna be like Valentine's Day expectations versus kind of like maybe reality or something like that. So Valentine's Day expectations really it's kind of like a nice or like a really nice dinner with your loved one, and it's basically kind of like, oh, the expectation is going to be like a great like date night. It's basically kind of like it's going to be great. Y'all are going to show lots of love. Maybe by the end, like you get like somebody gives you a Valentine's gift, or you give that person a Valentine's gift, and they like it, and you roll it off in like the sunset, or and like that. When it's kind of like, oh, it's a nice little like night to like get something to eat. You might you get like a present or something like that. The expectations for reality are pretty close. It really kind of matters like the relationship. Like if the relationship is really like good, like then it's gonna be like a good night. It's gonna be like pretty good. But if like the relationship is not really that good, then it's not really gonna be really that good. But yeah, that's kind of it for like the expectations for reality. Now I'm going to kind of talk about what to me kind of like how it affects like me. So obviously I have been single all my life, and I have never had like a Valentine's Day like date. So I have no experience with like dates or anything like that. But seeing it from like my parents, seeing it from my parents, it's kind of like a great thing because it's kind of like the one day that that your parents like really feel like happy, and when your parents feel like really happy, like more happier than they normally would together, then it makes me happy, and it just makes the whole situation like great, and it makes it like really like happy, and like no like happiness and stuff like that. But I don't have like any experiences with like Valentine's Day dates or Valentine's, because like I never had one. But there was this like Valentine's Day experience I had. Not really Valentine's Day, but it was like kind of. I think it was like really like Valentine's Day was the weekend, or like it was like a Friday, and Valentine's Day was that day. It was basically like in fourth grade, like fourth grade, you give out like these like cards and like maybe like a candy or something like that. And I gave it to this girl, and I turned around to like walk away, so like I could give it to like other people or walk away to my desk. And this girl just, I don't know why, she basically, you know, when you kind of like try to give somebody a hug, but they're like facing the other way, like she basically did that, and I kind of felt, and I was like, what just happened? And I was like, what? Yeah, yeah, that's kind of like weird, like I never really had like that Valentine's Day like full experience or really that much of an experience because like other than that event I really didn't have like really like that like much like something drastic happened on Valentine's Day. For example, a girl asking me out or something like that. Nothing like that. Never really had like that type of stuff. Not really. But I'm gonna be kind of in the like I literally just before the video I was literally watching the video talk about like what girls say and what girls really mean. And it's like and I was like, I might add that to like the to like this part of the video. But basically so I wanna kinda like take examples from what I seen in videos because I don't have any experience with that. Like I never really had that experience with like, oh, how can you know like what a girl means and what a girl says and what a girl means. So basically it's kinda like a girl says one thing, but she means something else. And that's kinda like that's the one thing that always like, gets guys. Like it's like, oh, she's alright, but she like it's kinda like, she's showing like a little bit like, she's not happy, and then she says she's all right, and then it's like, okay, and then she goes like, oh, are you going to try to find out what's wrong? And I was like, what? And I had no experience, so I'm not taking this from like anything that I seen like personally because I'm not that type of person to like I don't really like I'm not really like around the girls that much. Like I'm not really like in the flow of it. Not really. Like legit. Like 90% of all my interactions with girls have been like stories, and those stories been like light because I've been seeing like some people they've been having like really really like weird, horrible, and just straight up crazy stories with girls, and it makes like my stories just look like a normal every other day thing. Like, kind of, yeah. And it's kind of like, yeah, something like that. Like another thing that kind of like really gets on me with girls is I'm going to try and talk about like stuff that I can agree on that really like annoys me. Like they just talk forever. Like like most girls that can like talk forever. Like if you're not the person talking to them and you're sitting right there and you're not interested in the conversation, or you're just trying to like do something, like you're trying to do your schoolwork, or you're trying to like think of a video, a YouTube video, and you just hear like like on the side of you or like in front of you or behind you, like these two like girls was just chatting it up for like 45 minutes straight. Like actually that was literally like my whole like for like probably 2 or 3 like my whole like 7th grade year. Not really like the whole 7th grade year because COVID and stuff, and I had to and like halfway through like the 3rd quarter, nearly 4th quarter, where like COVID came around and we have to like go home. But like during the time I was actually at school before like COVID, like every single math class, like right, like mostly it happened mostly during like after winter break. Like these two girls, like these 2, 3 girls, like to be honest, like I was sitting like like for example, set the scene. So I'm sitting at a desk. There's a girl to my left, a girl to my right, and 2 girls in front of me. Legit, like that. Like I have nearly a full circle of girls right next to me. So if all of them are talking, it's just gonna be hard for me to concentrate. And I don't know if I just have that like that mother to like, oh, I'm getting this done. Like I can just like do my work with while they're talking, or I can really just like not care. Like I would be able to get my work done. I just feel a little like it's a little bit like it really like gets on me because like it really like kind of like push me to this point like, bro, this is just annoying. Like it's straight up annoying. Like really, like it's like, and for my situation, I had like I think 4 or 5 crews within like 5 feet away from me, and this is before COVID. This is before COVID. Like if this would happen now, they would be like 10 feet away from me. But like because this was before COVID and like early 2020, like they were like I don't know 3 or 5 feet away from me. Like I can literally take like 2 or 3 steps and like the same distance. It's like, and it's basically kind of like a box. Like I'm trapped in like if all these like who's are talking, or at least half of them are talking, to be it's just going to be hard for me to like concentrate because it's like I have this like it's not really like it's kind of like a motor. It's kind of like I try to get this work done, just and like and another thing like these girls will talk so much they won't even get their work done. Like whenever like the teacher assigns like group work, they just talk like they just be talking, and like whenever like I get my work done, like they be complaining like, bro, you should like try to try to work with us. And like, bro, y'all they're like talking, y'all like that's question 5. I'm nearly done. I'm at like question 15 about to get this done, and y'all are chatting and like y'all like chatting and not even doing your work. Like y'all barely got a question done, and I'm at like question 25. Like really, it's like really getting to the point where it's like kind of like it's kind of like when like it's kind of like in the group chat where everybody else won't do anything, they just rely on you to just do everything. Straight up, that's kind of like when we felt like it kind it really felt like, oh, if this was like a group project, I would like do 90% of the I would do like 95% of the work, and I will have to make sure I'll have to like etch them on to like at least do something. Like it'll be hard. Like actually, like for all the guys who are not really that type of guy, like I'm not the type of guy who can like have a full on like long conversation with really not really anybody. Like I don't like be I'm not the type of person who can talk for hours. Like I can't. Like Like I'm not that type of person who can talk 7 hours to a person and not get like and not be like boring or get myself bored. Like I'm not that type of person. Like I'll run out of words. Like I'll run out of words. And I especially won't like I'm not the type of person to like talk to girls a lot. Like I don't. The only time I really do it for like group projects. That's it. That's it. I only do it when I have to. I'm not really the type of person to be like I choose when I talk. Like I don't just run my mouth for random reasons. Like I don't run my mouth a lot. Like I'll be like oh blah 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 about like my YouTube channel. I talk about it. I might talk about it to my friends, but I'm not going to scream top of my at the top of my voice off of in the hallway, subscribe to my YouTube channel or plug my Instagram or something like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that without like feeling like I'm being like I'm not going to feel like I'm just going to feel like I went a little far or hey, I shouldn't have done that. That's kind of stupid. Like I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to try to like, I'm not going to try to like start like talking. I'm not going to start like running my mouth. Like really, I don't. And like really, for somebody like me who doesn't really chat that much and like talk like for like long periods of time, like I could talk to somebody about like my business and like we could talk like business and YouTube. We can talk for like a little bit. It can be like a 30 to 45 minute conversation, but after that, I would just run out of things to say. Like I would just start trying like I'm not the type of person who could be like can talk for hours. I'm not that type of person. Never happened. Like I can talk. I can have a conversation with somebody. It might last like 10 minutes on social media because like I it might last like 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes at max. Like, if it's like about social media or YouTube, because it's kind of like like I'm not really the type of person to, like be a chatterbox. I'm not gonna be, but like in the situation where I am, like I don't talk a lot, especially the girls. Like I just don't want, especially if they're just talking about like random things about going to the mall or or like their next hairstyle or what they're wearing going to wear tomorrow. Like I got that full experience of like girl, don't talk. Like actually, and I had to witness it. Like I didn't like witness it for like a week or something like that. I witnessed that thing. I witnessed that for like weeks, probably like maybe like a month or two. And this was like third quarter, like most of the third quarter, and like most of the third quarter of school. Probably some of the fourth because what COVID hit like March I think. No, like March March I think. So probably like most of the third quarter or I don't think the fourth quarter. I think it was like very close to the end of.
Hello.
Ah,
Anybody home?
yeah, I'm editing right now. I'm recording something. Yeah, uh, basically it was kind of like I don't know. I think it was like March or something like that. March. It was definitely in March, so it's probably like near the end of the third quarter, like near the end of the third quarter of school. Like, bro, like I don't get it. Like, I never really am that type of person to like start and like I don't really do that. I don't do that. But there was one thing that really like there's this one thing like that kind of is racking my mind. Not really a lot of times, but like when I look back at it, it's like, bro, if COVID didn't hit, if COVID like wasn't a thing, if COVID wasn't a thing, there's like two things that kind of stopped because of COVID. One, the potential of World War III. I'm not going to talk much about it, but if you were not living under a rock, if you were living under a rock for the end of 2019 and beginning of 2020, up until COVID, then you're probably going to know. You're probably going to know, well, what could have happened if COVID didn't exist. But there's another thing. Like, so basically, this girl, one of the girls from like my math class that always talks, was with this other person. She's like, I don't know who, like not really like in front of me, but like if like I like take a sharp left, not really like if I like looked like not really to the left, but like off, like not left or right, not left or straight. It's kind of like no, it's not right or straight. Like the middle of right and straight. Like if I took like I don't know, if I just looked like slightly right, like basically like it's basically like it's basically me on the bottom left, another girl on the top left, her on the right, on the top left right corner, and another girl on the bottom right corner. So basically, like I was getting not really kind of its vibe, but like a couple of instances like where I was like, this girl's a little off. I'm gonna like straight up say this. If COVID never hit, and if COVID never existed, and if COVID never existed, like a lot of things would have happened. And I'm not just talking about like political stuff, like World War III could have happened. I'm not saying that. I'm saying straight up, like I would have had like I don't know 10 to 15 different stories between February and June. I'm not kidding. I actually think so because I feel like seventh grade. Not I would like. I'm going to explain this like right now, so you guys can get like context for it. So basically, this girl, well, basically was giving me like some vibes of like he's gonna acting off. And basically, this one time I was literally doing my work, and I just heard my name in the weirdest and creepiest name ever. I don't know who said it, but that just sounded weird. That like I have another story where I have another story. I'll talk about it in like a different like story. I'm going to talk about it in a different episode. But basically, basically like this girl said my name like really weird, and that was not as weird as the other. Like basically and I was getting like, and I didn't really notice it at the time. Like once I look back at it, it's like, bro, I don't know what she like. I was like, like because by that time, I was like, I was not going to listen to it. I was not really going to listen to like them. I wasn't even going to care. I wasn't going to care about because they already got on my nerves once. They already got on my nerves like a bunch because of that math class. They got on my nerves a lot because I'm talking so much. So it's basically kind of like so yeah, and basically just before literally like 2 or 3 days before like the whole COVID stuff hit, like I actually sprained like a bone like right next to my toe. So I missed a day of I missed a day of I missed a day of school. Then I came back that Friday, which was my last day going to school, like in person school before COVID. Literally. That was my last day. And this happened. I was walking away, going to lunch from language arts. And I heard, and I don't know if like somebody said something or just a random reason, but this girl said, "Stop making fun of him because he's on crutches." And I did not notice it at the time because I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't really care. But, like, now looking back at it, it reminded me of fourth grade. Legit. It reminded me of fourth grade. And, like, bro, actually, if COVID never, like, existed, and, like, everything was straight up normal, I possibly would have had, like, I don't know, 10, 12 stories to tell. Like, that was how, like, that was, like, that potential would have happened. And I'm kind of lucky on that one because I'm kind of lucky that COVID kind of hit because it's like, now I don't have to really, like, now I can look back at these videos. Now I can look back. Now I can tell the stories, like, straight up. I can tell the stories. I can tell them, like, I could tell them from, like, a perspective, like, oh, this happened, and all these stories, like this story in particular, almost happened nearly a year ago because COVID been around. Because due to COVID, this happened in like March, I think, March, early February, probably March. So like March, so been about nearly a year. So yeah, this is I talked a lot about this, but I'm going to talk about kind of like, you know, like dating advice or how to get a girl to like you. And this is like coming from a kid who has never had really that much experience with girls. But from the experience that I had with girls and also watching videos of I want try my best. So yeah, let's get it, bro. So I don't know how to start this. So I guess the first type of advice is girls are hard to understand. Really is. Because they don't like naturally give out their emotions. Like they try to hide it. Straight up. They try to hide it. And like they try to make you chase her. Like you have to like do these certain like it's gonna be like tough to find out if a girl likes you. Because it's like you have to show a lot of value and all that stuff. Like and how to try to get a girl. Like you gotta have like a lot of value. To be honest, straight up. Like I'm being like serious. Like you gotta have a lot of value. A lot of value. Or else like there's not a good chance. To be honest, I'm gonna give like an example. You gotta be the human version of Edward the Blue Engine, somebody who can lead a team and somebody who is kind, who can lead a team, who but also can like not real, can be a little like playful. You you gotta be able to like do that. You can also like you gotta be like that Edward Scarlowy type. You gotta be able to like lead a team and show like that man and type of side. But you also gotta have like a playful side too, like something like that. You gotta have like something like that, or else it's gonna be like very tough to like really get a girl, a normal girl, like. But yeah, like it's really like tough to understand like girls because like, oh, like it's probably like basically it's really kind of tough. It's like really tough to like understand girls because like it's a hard way to. It's like really hard, especially when like you know um especially when like you're not really like it's really hard to know. Like it's hard to know and it's hard to get a girl like you unless you have like that high value. And it's hard to like keep a girl to like you. Like and it's kinda hard to know like it there's this girl just like me because like I'm strong or I got a lot of money or I look nice or I got like a business making a lot of money or I got a YouTube account with certain amount of subscribers, or does she love me for me? Does she love me for myself, or my money, or my clout, or whatever my success? Does she want me for me and my he like? Does she want me for like me and my YouTube career, for example, or does she want me for my YouTube career and not me? It really kind of matters. Like, is she showing you like it kind of really matters if you like dig really deep. Like, and it's kind of like an obvious sign. Like, oh, like for example, he sees you with like, for example, you have like a 100,000 subscriber channel, and a girl walks up to you and starts like you gotta kind of see. It's kind of hard to like know. Like, I don't know anything about it, but the one thing you can really like the one thing you kind of could say you can try to look for if this girl not constantly ask you for like money, like constantly, and like constantly, like if she's constantly asking you for money, then I don't think she wants you for you. I think she wants you because you got a lot of money. That's the one thing I can really like say. But yeah, but that's kind of all I got. That's all I think I could say. Um, hmm. Actually, I want to get this. I kind of want to get this. Like, I'm kind of thinking right now. What else can I say? I want to make this kind of a longer type. I don't want to like have this be short, like a what 17-minute video. What is it? Like 16 minutes. I want to be like a 17-minute video. So I'm going to try to. Oh, I'm going to tell. I gotta tell stories. So if you guys do not know, I'm going to be telling like these stories about like the different girl stories. I was going to save this for a different episode, but since I'm kind of talking about it and I ran out of ideas quicker than I thought I would, I'm going to basically tell stories. So yeah. So let's start from the beginning. So basically, my first like, girl story I ever had was in third grade. So I went to a daycare, and basically, I go to the daycare. The daycare basically takes me to school. It picks me up from school, brings it back to the daycare, and then my parents pick me up from the daycare and take me home. Basically that. So I think it was either like late and like my parents left and like basically most of the people over there, most of the kids were like gone. And I think it was like this girl who like these twins who's and I think another girl or another person. I do not even know. This is third grade, so it's gonna be hard. So yeah. So I'm bored. I don't know what like I have no one else to like talk to or even play with. And I was like, so I just went over there and I said, "Can I play?" And for some reason, third grade logic, these girls thought that I liked them, and and I don't know. It's like third grade logic. It's kind of like, oh, if, for example, if a girl in third grade asks me, like, for example, in third grade, a girl asked me if I could play with them. Oh, they like me. I'll get it. It's third grade logic. So it's going to be kind of like, off. So so yeah. So that's not all for the elementary school stories. I have way more. So basically, I'm trying to think. I'm doing this unscripted. I'm always doing this unscripted. So if like I'm doing like a lot or long pauses, like I legit did not even. I'm trying to remember the stories as like in like in like actual order. So um, something. So the next story is actually one that was not at school. So I was at this wedding, and basically I was just chilling, talking to another person who was also going to be in the wedding. Hmm. And basically, like, we were basically talking, and this like, I think like this girl in her like probably like teen years, probably early twenties to be honest, came over to us and said, "You look like, I think you're handsome or beautiful. You look pretty beautiful or something like that." And like fourth grade me. This is fourth grade. I'm like 7 or 8. I'm like probably like, I think like 8, 9. I think no, I think I was like 9 at the time. Like I took that as a compliment, and to be honest, I think that might have been a compliment. Maybe yeah, that was a compliment. Yeah, trying to be like nice or something like that. And this was like by a person that I never knew. So yeah, I took that to the bank. Yeah. So the next few stories are going to be in fourth grade, and these are going to be kind of like not really like these are going to be like a lot of stories. So the first one, the first one happened, I think, a few months earlier. Yeah. Basically, this girl, one of the twins, in one of the twins, basically, I don't know why, came up to me and tried to give me a hug, and I just got out of there. I just put I just put the reverse. I just pulled the reversal, and I went yeet, and I just backed away. You know when in like a car, like you put the car in reversal and you just press the gas, and so just bam, and it just flies backwards. It's like I just pulled the reversal and pressed the gas, and I'm out. If I wasn't looking, and if I was like running backwards, I probably would have smashed through one of the. I probably would have smacked it to one of the walls. Actually, like straight up, like I probably would have smashed into one of the walls. I would have just bam straight into the wall. I might it went so fast. I might have went straight through the wall. I'm actually kidding, but I just got out of there and I just booked it to the other side of the class. That's rude. And like once I knew the coast was clear, was once I knew the coast was clear, I just walked back to my desk like nothing happened. Yeah. So another story with this twin. Basically, he like I think we were like doing a group project or something like that, and this girl said, and I think I got like a question wrong or said something wrong. Said I hate you, but not in like the like serious. I don't think so. And then and then and then right after I said I love you, like she said I hate you, I love you, and I was like what? And like at the time I was like what? Because like those are two opposite things. Like what? Like straight up that's so confusing. Like actually, like that is so confusing. Like this girl was legit like saying that she doesn't like me, and then next second she does. Like, bruh, what, what? It's kind of like confusing. Like it's always confusing to like me. But basically, yeah, basically the next story it's actually it's actually one of the most probably eventful stories. And it's kind of like a part one, part two. So basically, I was basically this was the same year, fourth grade. It was like later on, but basically, this girl, well, not the same, not the twin, like a different girl. I was saying like there was a guy right next to me on my left, and this girl to my right. And basically, like I think we were like in class or something like that, and the dude passed me a note, and I passed it back to him, and we basically like kind of like passed the note to each other, um, and then for some reason, and and really unfortunate for me, I had the note in my hand when the teacher caught me. Great, that was my favorite substitute teacher too, man. Like bad enough I got caught with the note in my hand. Bad enough it was my favorite substitute teacher, which I actually like. That was actually my favorite substitute teacher back in elementary school. And yeah, and actually, no passes still was like illegal back in. I think no passing is like still like illegal now. I don't even know. Like actually, I don't think it. I don't know if it is, but I probably think it is. Yeah. But basically, like I got caught, and basically I got a office referral and couldn't go to recess like the next day after like I found out. And when I found out like my punishment, I just put my head on my desk and thought, what are my parents gonna do? And this girl, I don't know who she thought that I was crying because to be honest, if I was able to cry, if I was crying, you would probably like hear me sobbing. Like I don't cry. Like if you like, I don't really cry a lot, but if I was actually like straight up crying, like back in fourth grade, you probably hear me like sobbing a little bit. It probably won't be loud enough where the whole class can hear it, but you're literally like you're literally 5 inches away from me. You can probably hear me sobbing if I was crying. And she was like, "Oh, you mean I'm crying?" And I'm like, "What?" Like I didn't care. I was like, "Bro, I didn't really care." Her like, I don't really care who said it. I don't care. Like, I don't really care who said it. I don't care. Like, I don't care who said it to who. I don't care. I don't care for what they say. I was just like, my mind was just focused on, bro, I messed up. And luckily, thank God, my parents were not super mad at me. I was so lucky. Like I'm so lucky. Like I was really that lucky. But yeah, but yeah, I was so lucky. But basically, I think I think my me and my dad went to talk to the teacher about it, and during that, I looked down in the garbage can and looked at the note and real and saw something that just changed basically everything. The note that the dude was passing to me, to basically her, was "Do you like Sam?" And obviously, if you look at my YouTube channel name, my name is Samuel, aka Sam. So yeah, basically, this dude was asking if she liked me, and contrary to popular belief, you, you'll actually hear it later. You'll actually hear it in the next part. My computer's about to die, so I probably will start recording. It's probably going to be like a different recording. It's not. It's going to be in the same video, but it's going to be a different recording. So if like the background noise or like my voice change, like if the background noise is different or like my voice change, my computer's about to die. So yeah, I gotta charge my computer before I die. Yo, yeah. So I charged my computer for about an hour or so. So yeah. So basically, now I kind of stopped at the just before, like, you know probably the I stopped around, I don't know, fourth grader. So about the about I don't know, right before, like right after the incident. So basically, when I saw the note, who like I didn't know at the time, but that gave a little bit of foreshadowing to like what was gonna happen next. So yeah, this is what happened next. So I was chilling probably about, I don't know, 2 3 weeks later, and basically, like, the same girl randomly, with nothing, with like literally like randomly said, do you like someone?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah." What, mom? And I was like, "Do you like me?" I said, "No." Basically, like, probably like probably like um probably like the rest of the school year. I don't think she liked that. There was this one time where I think I looked at her or something like that, and she threatened to tell like parents, because it's like, like really, you're so mad about getting rejected. Like, I don't even know, why would you ask me? Like, really, why? But basically, but basically, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's the whole story. That girl moved out, I think, the next year. Like, she moved out during the summer, before fifth grade. So I never saw her again. Probably lucky too, because this this girl probably would have been like crazy, crazy. Actually, I'm not kidding. But fifth grade, very, very uneventful. There was like literally just one little incident. Like, legit, like fourth grade, a bunch of stories. Fifth grade, one story. Actually, actually, and it was at the daycare, and I was just like chilling, and then this girl, one of the twins, the same twin And he was like, but like, you already know, the same twin. Basically, he came up and started chasing. I don't think she was trying to like chase. I think she was chasing out somebody else, but I was like kind of in like, the way, or like in the way she was running towards. So I just got out the way. That was like literally, I don't get it. Like, actually, like, fourth, like, actually, I'm trying to think. Fourth grade, like 5 stories. Fifth grade, main thing was just me and one of my friends trying to see who's better at basketball. It was literally that. Like, that was literally it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, like, it was like more stories. Like, it was literally just one story, one little incident, nothing else. But sixth grade was pretty confusing. So let's get into it. So sixth grade, this is the start of my YouTube career. So yeah, actually, I made my YouTube channel about 3 months into my sixth grade year. Not really made my channel, but started making videos. Like, basically like that. And like a few months earlier, like probably like the first or second day, it was within the first week. Like, this girl basically, like, she said, "Hey Sammy," that's it, but not in the way that I just said it. You know how some people talk to like a baby? Like, that's like, if you just put the sentence that I literally just said, but it's translate like, but it sounds like somebody's talking to a baby. I'm not gonna try to like, I'm not gonna try to like recreate it, because like I don't got like, the high pitched voice, and like, I don't got like a, like something like that. But you know how some people talk to a baby. Like, if you put that sentence in some in like the tone of somebody talking to a baby, then you will get a pretty accurate, like, you know represent I can't talk. Basically, a pretty accurate rep, rep, I can't say it. You can get accurate, like, version of basically what she said, and she didn't just do it once. She did this twice. Twice. I was walking down, trying to get into my locker. I already knew, like, I'm going to turn it over her because she's just getting on my nerves. And she just came up beside me and hey, son, you do want to race. And guess what? I didn't say anything. I just walked away. Straight up. Walked away. I just didn't want to say anything. And like, throughout the year, she also called me my cousin. Yeah. She also called me my cousin. This girl also called me my cousin. And basically, I think it was like I was getting like picked on, and I didn't really do that much. Like, she was saying, "Come on, Sam, go for yourself." And I didn't really care. Hello? What's going on? Uh, uh, Nice. Sorry, I was getting some food. But basically, like he was like, "Come on," like, and it was like, oh, like, trying to help me, but it was like more of a come on, stand for yourself. And I don't know what she was trying to like say about that. I kind of have like a couple of theories on this. Basically, oh, I forgot. We like actually like I just remember me and like that girl only had like one conversation, literally one, and that was in my sixth grade year. One conversation. I don't get just one. One of the weird, like actually one conversation, bro. One, just one, one thing. And it was like for 5 minutes. Like, bruh, actually, like, like literally, like for 5 minutes, we just had like a small and I don't even think it lasted 5 minutes. It was literally just like a walk. It was just like a, it was just like a walk, and it was like from down the street. It wasn't even like that far, and yeah, and basically, I got a couple of theories. So basically, why is my computer going on right when I'm doing the video? Okay, so basically, I got a couple of theories. The first theory is she is completely crazy, which, to be honest, I don't think that's true. If I was taking this like sixth grade, I probably would think true. Second off, she's right and I'm wrong. I do not believe in this at all because if she was my cousin, I would have seen her at probably most of the family events. And obviously, never saw her, never showed up, none. And yeah, theory number three that she just wants me for my YouTube money or YouTube clout. I 100% do not believe this either. I just don't think so because 90% of this stuff happened before the YouTube stuff. It happened before the YouTube. So, and the only time that I can possibly really say that she knows that I have a YouTube channel or at least has like internet clout is the time that like I had like my profile picture. Like it was one of my videos, like one of my most popular videos. It was basically the thumbnail of it. And I had it on my computer. And I had like for my like home screen for my computer, my school computer. And I think she saw it and just like I think she like went to the ground or something like that. Like I don't think like she wants the money. And if she's somehow watching this video, which is barely impossible, hit me up. Let me know. Let me know the reason why he did those things. But basically, like, um, the fourth theory is she has feeling for me, like a crush on me. And to be honest, I can't really believe. It's kind of like a thing that I've been racking my brain a little bit. It's kind of like, bro, does she want me? Or is it just she's trying to be nice? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have a clear cut answer. And I don't have I hadn't really, like, after that, like, the first half of the sixth grade year, we had, like, a limited, like, we didn't even talk to each other. We didn't, she had a show. So, probably the only time that I really, I, if she had a crush on me, it would have probably shown way more or at least had way more signs. But I don't know. Maybe she was just trying to be nice or something like that. Maybe she was just trying to be friendly. I legit do not even know. I never know. Like really, looking back at these like stories, like sometimes I literally have no like answers. Like I can't give a clear cut answer. Like does this girl like want? Does this girl? Ooh, is this girl straight up crazy? I I literally don't know. Now I have kind of one of the most like one was kind of like overreacting one. So basically, I was in a science project in seventh grade. Basically, like we did like the first day we didn't even get like any supplies. We didn't get any work done because like we forgot. And they like by the end like this girl like do you have a phone? I was like yeah. Like you have a phone number? And I was like what? And at the time I was like thinking this girl should just ask me for like my social medias because I have my Instagram and still I use my Instagram and I talk to people from the school on my Instagram. Like I talked to one of the YouTubers that I go to school with like, on my Instagram sometimes, and I have a Snapchat and I had a Snapchat as well. So it was I'm like oh like and it wasn't like I don't get it. Like nah, and I was like nah no 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 nah, and I was like nah I refuse to. I was like, nah. And I don't really think we did that much because, like, by the time this project started, like, I think, like, we got moved to a different table or something like that, or like COVID or something like that. I legit do not even know. But that's kind of it. Like, that's kind of it for all the stories. I do have a couple online stories, but they're not really significant. Like, there's no real, like, significance to it. It's not like a girl wanted me or anything like that. Or a girl was trying to, was like full on crazy, like ranting or something like that on me. But yeah, so I think that might be the end of this video. Yeah, sad, sad. But this is probably gonna be one of the longer like episodes. I don't think it's gonna be like this long. Like I don't think most of the episodes are gonna be this long. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day whenever you guys are watching this. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe if you're new. Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe to my main channel. And also, please follow my Instagram. Follow my Twitter. Talk to me on Snapchat. Please. I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, bye. I'm out.